Well, if you hear me say the word Wimbledon, the first thing that comes to mind might well be tennis. Or it might well be that famous 1988 Crazy Gang side that won the FA Cup. Only 15 years after Jones, Bassett and Sanchez led the club to their greatest ever day at Wembley, things changed dramatically. The club moved to Milton Keynes in 2003 to form what is now known as MK Dons. But there still had to be a football club in Wimbledon, and therefore that's where AFC Wimbledon were founded. The Phoenix club rose so quickly through non-league, and they even reached League One as quickly as 2016, and enjoyed a couple of years above MK in the pyramid, which naturally the fans loved. But they were relegated back down to League Two a couple of years ago, before winning promotion again last season under ex-Spurs defender Johnny Jackson. And despite a late own goal meaning they lost on the opening night at Luton Town, they have started the season amazingly well and currently sit 5th in the division, with a chance to even climb up as high as 2nd today, which would be the highest ever position in the Phoenix club's history. This is a story about the real Dons, and it's here on Unfiltered Football as AFC Wimbledon take on Port Vale. Good afternoon, welcome back to Unfiltered Football. Yes, first of all, I'd just like to say a big thanks for the support on the account over the last couple of weeks or so. It has been very good and not going unnoticed. As you may have seen, we've actually changed the account a little bit, so it's now Unfiltered Football officially. This kind of is a mix of reasons why, but the main reason is because I'm going to be starting my own second channel, which I should start uploading videos to over the next week or so. More sort of a bit like the Millwall vlog last week, focused on sort of vlogging life in and around London. As you can see, Wembley is literally in the background right now, walking down Wembley Way on the way to Wimbledon. So yes, follow along for that. I'll link it down below in the description, but it's Hayden Smith _5354 for that one. Yeah, big game today, Wimbledon v Port Vale. I'm looking forward to it. International break, but still League One football to be played. So yeah, more about the football I think is today, and I will take you along with it, because this is what Unfiltered Football is all about, you know, going along for about 10 minutes as if you're going with me to Wimbledon v Port Vale in today's case. So yeah, come with me to Wimbledon. Alright then, here we are, off at Tooting Broadway Tube Station. We're now walking through beautiful Tooting. I think some very interesting characters here already. But yeah. That's a nice shopping centre. Oh, there's a football ground over there. There's 5-hour house can stay in a really nice way now. Thank you, sir. Pretty sure took some sunglasses to be fair. Not bad, is it? Right, in terms of the team news, AFC Wimbledon make 2 changes from the win at Blackpool last time out. 2-0 it was. That means that both Roddy Harbottle and Marcus Brown come in for Ryan Johnson and Miles Hepplite. Whilst Vale have a couple of notable players playing for them. First of all, Devontae Cole, son of Andy. He starts up front, and in goal, in fact, we've got Ben Amos, a man many Man United fans might remember from many moons ago. Also, Ronan Curtis returns to Plough Lane for the first time as a Port Vale player. Right, first of all, just gonna start by saying a big get well soon to Port Vale defender Jordan Gabriel, who had a horrific collision with the Adballs right at the end of the game. So hopefully he's alright. We'll start with the matchday experience first before moving on to the game. And AFC Wimbledon, I've got to say, fair play. It was my fault for getting the tickets in like the second row from the front in the corner. So that means naturally the quality of the footage isn't the greatest. I get that. But in terms of the stadium, and most importantly, in terms of the food, I think we're on about 15 of these unfiltered football vlogs we've done so far. This is the best food I've had, hands down, period, at a club. Pizza inside the stadium, I've got a picture I'll put on the screen now. Unbelievable. And the actual quality of the pizza, sensational. I eat a lot of pizza, I'll admit that. But that is actually one of the best pizzas I've ever tasted. For only £9, fair play. Yeah, so that was good. The actual stadium I thought was really nice. It was very modern, which was very cool. And obviously, given Wimbledon's history at Plough Lane, it's just brilliant that they have a football ground there. And Wimbledon play there, and they have done a very good job, certainly this season so far there. So in terms of the actual football on the pitch, I've got to say the game was very disappointing. Although I don't think anyone has gone away from watching a Johnny Jackson Wimbledon team and been amazingly, impressed by the way they've played. But the way they play is so suited to them and to League One, and it's a bit like the 1988 team. Obviously, I was not alive in 1988, but from what I've heard of that team, it's quite similar in terms of physical, make the game hard to play. It was a very stop-start game, certainly not one of the best games of football I've ever seen, but neither side, I think, can say they're at their best. So a draw, probably a fair result, and I think, certainly like at Wimbledon, and like they were far from what I know they can produce this season, despite obviously not setting the world alight in terms of performances. And, to still get a point in that game, I think both sides will take it probably as a point gained. To be fair, obviously both went up from League Two last season, so naturally they'll both be very, very pleased with their starts to the season, as I am with the start to this season on Unfiltered Football. I'm impressed with the support on the channel for the last couple of months or so. So that has been brilliant. If you've stumbled across this for the first time, particularly if you're an AFC Wimbledon or Port Vale fan, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys for the next video next week. Adios.